Well, Ryan, here we are in Austria. Your team have been hard at work on pre-season tour. How have you found the setting and also the training as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a beautiful place. We've had challenging weather. You know, we had a really hot day on the first day. We've had rain to contend with, wind. That's all part of it. The boys have worked extremely hard. We've had a lot of sessions, a lot of time together, which at this stage of the season is really important.
How beneficial are tours like this when you can take your team and your players out of their usual surroundings and experience something new?
Yeah, I think it's vital any pre-season to have that sort of intimacy and also intensity where you're with each other all day, you're on the pitch together, you're training, you're building bonds, relationships. I see that with the players, playing cards together, doing things together, sort of creating that team togetherness, which ultimately throughout the season we're really going to need going forward. So it's been a real positive week so far.
I bet you've lost count of how many pre-season tours you've done, both as a player and a coach, but this is your first one as a head coach. How have you found it, and what would you say are some of the biggest differences?
Yeah, I mean, luckily for me, I've had sort of the experience and the exposure in the last couple of years of planning pre-seasons and delivering training, been involved in that process. So yeah, it's the first time I've been solely responsible for a first team. I've had it in academy football where it's been my responsibility. Like I say, the last couple of seasons as well, a lot of onus was on me and the other coaches to come up with the training program. So yeah, it feels normal, it feels natural, but I think naturally when it's your team and it's your responsibility, there's more of a connection with it, and that's definitely been something that I'm loving, and I'm sure over time it's going to grow, and hopefully the connection with the players is going to continue to grow as well.
What kind of work have you been doing with the players so far?
A lot of work. I mean, you want to lay as many foundations as possible. Understand you can't go too far ahead too soon. So we've been focusing on, I think the principles and the foundations of what we want the team to look like, and most importantly feel like as well. So there's been a lot of work, and there's still a lot of work to go throughout the pre-season and the start of the season as well to continue to grow.
I know you touched on it in a previous answer, but that camaraderie within the group has been apparent to see for everyone who's out here in Austria. We've had lads playing spoons on one of the breakfast tables. We've had lads playing cards, lads watching the football in the meeting room. There's lots of little pockets, but everyone's coming together to spend time together. How crucial is that, and how impressed with that element have you been with the squad?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's vital. Throughout the season, you're going to need to suffer together in moments, and when you can have that connection to your teammates, it's so important. I think there's sometimes you can force it, but the thing I've probably enjoyed the most has just happened organically. You know, me and the coaches having that to get involved. There seems and there feels that togetherness already. Obviously, we've had a couple of new lads come in, new faces, and they've just slotted in straight away. So that's a real positive, because, like I said, that can help us on the pitch.
Have you been impressed with what you've seen on the pitch with Ona and Nat?
Yes, yeah, definitely. I mean, we liked him. I knew about him before he came. Obviously, the same with Nat. So the players that have come in the building, I knew what they was about as players. I had an idea of what they was about as characters, but until you sort of get to know them properly and you get to feel them on the pitch and in and around the place, that's when, ultimately they can have the biggest impact. And like I said, they've slotted straight into the group. I think they understand the messages, what we want and what we expect. So I've not had to waste any time or lose time on that. So that's been a real good thing.
You've had just over 2 weeks with the group, Ryan, since the lads came back for the first day of pre-season. Are you satisfied with where they're at physically, but also with the information that they've taken on board from you and the way that you want to play?
Yeah, we are. We're satisfied. We're happy. We understand there's still work to do. There's still a lot of work to do, and like I say, it's going to continue to grow over time. I'm sure things will evolve naturally. I don't want to stand still. I don't want a team to stand still, but in these early phases, it's been about laying the foundations from a physical point of view, but then also tactically and what we sort of expect the team to look like on match day. So it's gone good so far. We understand there's a lot of work to do going forward for sure.
And just finally, it's just around a month's time until we play our first game in the Sky Bet Championship. How much of that is on your mind at this moment in time?
Yeah, honestly, not at the moment. You know, we're in such an intense period where we're trying to build something, try and create something. And the most important thing is focusing on us and what we want to look like, what we want to feel like. Obviously, we have our position, we know our fixtures, we know we'll prepare for them close to the time. But in this period now, the ultimate goal is to try and accelerate our progress as a team as quickly as possible, and to do it in the best way possible. So that's been the challenge, and that will continue to be the challenge for the next few weeks.